You already know what time it is. It's your boy Tay Crew. This is the Call ATM podcast. Call ATM stands for Conversations About Life and Legacy to Amplify the Message. I am sitting here today with
Big Yes, half of 2 power moves.
2 p.m. AB, the other half.
All right, and today we having some great conversations. So a little bit of background. Yo, I met these two super dope kids when we were outside of Heat nightclub. We just randomly said what's up to each other, and we've been locked in ever since. Every single weekend we outside doing the absolute most. So I want to ask you, first of all, what's a little bit of your background? I understand you're an artist too, so
Yes.
can you tell the people a little bit more about that?
I make music. I do content creation. I obviously work a 9 to 5 too. But I'm Middle Eastern. I'm from Palestine. I make content with my boy AB right here. And we've been doing it for 2 months. And the traction we've been gaining, we didn't expect it, but we're loving it. And we're just going to keep pushing and keep going.
No, I love that. And if you guys don't know, these boys right here, they create some amazing stuff. I mean, I find myself scrolling. They come up on my For You page, and I cannot help but laugh. The content that they come up with is crazy. So a little bit of
appreciate that.
Oh, of course, I got you, dog. A little bit more about you. How did you two end up meeting?
So we've always known each other for a long time. We'd always see each other out, but we never really talked, you feel me? One day he needed help moving, you feel me?
Nobody wants to do that, right?
But I remember it was a Saturday, it was 2 p.m. I'm like, I ain't trying to help nobody move. I'm trying to stay inside, enjoy my off day, bro. But I'm like, you know what? Let's go get some cardio, bro.
Okay.
I went to his crib, helped him move, bro, and then ever since that day, it's just been a legacy, bro. We've been locked in like this, bro. We're always together. We do everything together, you know. He my brother, basically, you know.
Okay.
Habibi. He is my Habibi.
Okay, see, I love that. Yeah. All right, and so for the people who don't know, but maybe have Middle Eastern friends, right? What is Habibi? What does that mean?
So Habibi means my love.
Okay.
So you could either say it to your girlfriend, your wife. If you want to say it to your girlfriend, your wife, you would say Habibti. But if you want to say it to your friend or a friend you call your brother, you would call him Habibi, just to show that appreciation, show him that, hey, we solid, we locked in, basically.
Okay, so it's kind of like a term of endearment, kind of, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Take Cruz Habibi.
Hey, I'm saying Habibi in the building, baby. That's how it is,
This is the Mexican Habibi right here.
Hey, man, I'm half black, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man. But listen, for all y'all, maybe the people don't know.
Take
maybe
where you from?
Maybe the people don't know.
What's your background, Tay?
All right, so man, I was born and raised Salt Lake City, Utah, to an amazing mother. And just like a lot of people who look like me, I really didn't know my father until I turned 18. You know, it's a crazy story. The first time I ever spoke with my biological dad, I had just gone viral on World Star. So our video just did 300K views in a week. And I get a phone call from a random number in Beverly Hills. And this man comes on the line talking about he's my dad. And he's so proud of me and all this stuff. And it was just it was a crazy experience to really have with your dad. Because you know when you grow up without it, well maybe you don't, but when you grow up without a dad, you have a lot of questions. You're like, well, why isn't my dad in my life? I see other people's dads there. You know what I'm saying? And so it was kind of one of those difficult conversations. But I made peace with that a long time ago. But in that moment, you know what I'm saying? I vowed that when I become a father, I'm going to be very active in my kid's life. You know what I'm saying? Because it really does take two parents to have a functioning household. And my mom, so I actually have a crazy story. So my family line, because I'm half black, half white. So on my white side, we have a crazy lineage, bro. Have you guys ever heard of a person named John Muir?
John Muir, no.
Okay, so a bunch of hospitals are named after him, a bunch of elementary schools, and him and Teddy Roosevelt, the president, were explorers, right? And they well, obviously Teddy Roosevelt was a president, but John Muir was an explorer, and they ended up finding these gigantic redwood trees in California, and he's one of the reasons why we have a national parks in America. So it's my family's little claim to fame. The first elementary I ever went to school at was called Muir Elementary, named after our family.
That's
and so
crazy.
yeah, it's a little weird thing, but yeah. So born and raised in Utah, and just but I've been all over the place, y'all. Almost every state you can think of that's lit. Only the lit ones, but
only the lit ones. Got to be the lit ones.
What do you think from all the states you've been to? What is the littest state you've been to?
Oh my God, it's got to be Atlanta. I'm not even joking with y'all. The shit that we seen in Atlanta will forever change my perspective on what lit is. So when I had a record deal with Island Records, We ended up like, because we lived in New York, so I lived in Manhattan, and that's where like the label was stationed out of. But we took like a vacation, if you want to call it that. But really, it was like we about to blow a bag.
Yeah.
And so, so we go and we rent the Rock's old mansion that's out there, right? And so it's right down the street from Lenox Mall in the heart of Atlanta. And like we're just going crazy. I'm talking, this house had like 25 bedrooms in it. There's like 16 of us, and then honestly, we had a bunch of like armed security with us that was from the street. Because I was signed to a bunch of hood niggas, bro. So like I'd wake up and go brush my teeth in the bathroom, and some dude would be over there with a chopper like outside the freaking door, and I'm like, I'm from Utah, bro. Like, let me just do my little thing, bro. And like, you go about your business. But like, when we was at that mansion, I ended up linking up with like Dirk, King Von, G Herbo, Future, bro. Future, oh my dog, this nigga, bro. We went to a strip club. When I tell you this nigga threw 50 grand, like just randomly, he just brought it in a bag with him, bro.
Future.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying though.
That's Future.
One of the biggest ones.
Yeah, but Atlanta loves
crazy.
those artists,
Course,
bro. Like
bro.
it was lit.
That's the hometown of all the greatest artists that we have right now.
That's a fact. Sure. That's a fact. So I'm glad you brought that up. Because I got some questions. So I know you in the music business. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about the whole Young Thug controversy?
I would say this: I am not no gangster. Okay, I am not claiming to be no gangster. But I am not snitching. I don't think Young Thug snitched. I think it was miscommunication from people miscommunicating what he's actually saying. Yeah. Because I don't think Young Thug is a snitch. Come on, that's slime. That's
no, I don't think so. I don't think so either. That's what I'm saying. That's why, but also I kind of feel like this, bro. I really feel like it's the street code, like it used to be. Well, not only that though, but like the street code, how it used to be in like the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. I feel like that shit's dead, bro.
You can't compare to what we have. I'll tell you the difference right now. Back then, they didn't have social media. Back then, they didn't have internet beef or talking through the phone, and then they settle beefs through the phone. Yeah. They didn't have that back in the 90s. They didn't have that back in the 80s. That never happened. So for that to happen right now is, like I said, it's saturated. Anybody being gangsters really, it's not even cool no more, because gangster's not even a real thing no more, because everybody snitches, everybody talking down at each other. Nobody's a real solid brother. That's what they claim to be, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. And I feel like it's kind of a little bit of favoritism too, because like the original, like my interpretation of snitching was like, we don't talk to cops. I don't care what you say or what situation it is. Like, I'm not talking to no police officer regardless, right? But then you see videos of Young Thug, and he in there, you know what I'm saying, like giving, his number out and like telling them to contact, so I can understand people's perspective, but at the same time, like, there's a way you spin them.
And exactly.
There's a way like you spin that shit. You feel me?
And it's social media, it's internet. People can spin anything for any reason.
No, I'm talking about Young Thug spinning the police in the room, like he's like spinning them. Yes, exactly.
I see. He could possibly have been doing that too. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. We don't know what the backstory is. We're not in the interrogation room with them. We're just seeing what the internet wants us to see. I feel like King Slime makes good music. Facts. He has bangers, and he keeps dropping bangers. Did you see the new one?
Yeah. Ninja? And he did. Oh no, bro! Oh my God, bro! That song, bro, is crazy. Yo, son, listen. The moment I'm driving my car down the street and I see some white people freaking bumping that shit with the windows down, I'm gonna look over like, man, hey, Playboy.
I was low key shocked when I was like, whoa! It caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. He did it good though.
But I mean,
he made it sound good. He made it sound good. He made it sound good.
But like you see, it's all for publicity and shit.
Exactly. No, it's a marketing tactic, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to go to like Gunna, bro, because everybody thinks that Gunna did snitch. Who knows what really happened, but.
No, Gunna did snitch.
Where he is
now. All right, wait. Before you say that, though, you have to really explain why. Because Gunna, you know what I'm saying, that's the boy, too. So, like, how do you describe or interpret, like, what is snitching and what is spinning? Because there's two ways, you feel me? Like, if Young Thug spun the police, but technically was talking to them, like, where do you draw the line at?
I'll tell you, I draw the line. There's literally proof of Gunna in the courtroom talking, the judge asking him questions, the judge saying, is... YSL gang. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Oh. And then there's another one saying, is YSL have something to do with some type of gang related crimes? Yes, ma'am. He kept saying yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's snitching, y'all. yes ma'am to a judge and saying YSL is a gang, that's snitching, yo.
Dang. Okay.
Don't be like Gunna, but Gunna drop seat though.
Yeah.
Hey,
bro,
Gunna, keep doing music.
I'm
You're not
saying,
gangster though. You can be like me. We're not gangster. Just make music. Go to the gym and make music.
I feel like Gunna's music is so good that him snitching like became irrelevant at this point because he's getting collabs still till this day, and his music is always doing numbers, bro. Every time he drops, everybody's on it, you know.
See, but that's why I was coming from the perspective like the street code is dead. Because like if you're an artist, right, and all you really care about is the fans. Because do you guys know how a record deal actually works?
No, explain it to me.
Okay, so when you go get a record deal, right? So for example, we got signed for $5 million, okay?
Yeah.
But that $5 million, that never touched our bank accounts. How it works is you get an advance. So $5 million for 5 albums is $1 million an album. So that money is your budget, right? That's your budget to live on, record on, do all this type of stuff. And for all the artists out there who are about to get a record deal or getting into that, I'm gonna give y'all some game real quick. Listen, if you learn how to record yourself, right? You get a studio, you take a quick little 20 bands and set yourself up something nice. That's all you really need, bro. Quavo's the one who showed me how to do all of this shit, right? Like we mobbed up there and we saw him recording and we was in a hotel. Nigga had a whole setup and that's the same setup that I got now. And it don't cost that much, but you do have to practice. Like you got to learn how to record yourself. Then what you do is you take your recording, right? You mix it as well as you possibly can. You bounce the stems. You send it to a big producer or a big studio and have them mix it for like $1,000. Boom, now you have studio industry standard quality, but you get to take that money from your record deal. Let's say they allocate you, your budget to record this album is $100,000, okay? Where's the rest of that money gonna go? That's how you get clothes, that's how you pay rent, especially like if your studio's in your house, technically your rent is your studio time because you're just recording 24/7,
Exactly.
right? And so that's where a lot of artists get it confused. They think they gotta be at the nicest studios. Like we used to record at Quad Studio where Tupac got shot. You guys ever heard of that shit in Manhattan? Yeah. Every artist used to go there, bro. And like we've met everybody, bro, from Juice WRLD, Thug, goddamn, who else was in that bitch? Dirk, Black Youngster. We got a song with him, and like you just be randomly walking up there and like you passing Studio A, Studio B, and Nicki Minaj will be in there. Feel me? Cardi B's in the other one. You feel me? Which their whole beef right now is wild. By the way.
No, that is wild.
Yo, coming from people's kids on both sides, nah, I can't condone that. Because once you talk about kids, now it's beef. Now it's personal. Now it's like they ain't no coming back from that.
And look, that's what I'm talking about. Internet beef.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like, what's going on? What's up with the internet beef? Get on a phone call. I bet y'all could get on a phone call easily.
See, but they tap that shit too, bro. They can figure out who you call, but I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody can tap a FaceTime call. And when you see real niggas, like everything be on FaceTime because you can't, like you can see a call went through, but there is no tapping. Yeah, exactly.
You can't trace it. You can't record it unless you video record it, but they'll let you know if you do that.
Facts, right? And so you were talking about Gunna. So how do you feel about this situation?
Here's the thing, though. To be honest, like I can't say that I'm super educated on the situation. You know, I just see what I see online, but I do think that he snitched because he got out pretty quick. You know, the YSL stuff started and everything, and he was like the first one out. He was out of there quick. Video surfaced of him, you know, talking about what he said, pretty much. Yes, man.
Yes, ma'am.
And then he got right back to dropping music. I feel like, you know, what he did, whether he did snitch or not, who knows? But if he did snitch, I feel like as long as he stays out of, you know, that gangster lifestyle or whatever it is, and he just focuses on music, if he's just gonna try to become a better human, then it's all good. Because at the end of the day, his music is fire, you know.
That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie to you. The fuck you mean? You're gonna want to up on my nerve. I was
who getting fucked tonight? Who getting fucked tonight? That's your hard. I ain't gonna lie.
So it's dope. It's dope.
Yeah, you know, listen. Like I said, gonna stay as an artist. He's an amazing artist, amazing rapper. And he's good at what he does, and I don't think he should claim that gang. I don't think he is claiming that gangster life.
Nah.
Yeah, you can see the difference. As soon as he left, he was like, just gym lifestyle, and just making music.
Also, as soon as he got out, he was like ripped, basically. You know, he dropped all that fat, and he was just.
You gotta think, once you get off the perks, once you get off the lean and shit, you automatically lose mad weight, and you in a cell for damn near fucking 23 hours a day, bro. Like, can you imagine the type of hell you're going through in that shit? Yeah, not knowing you can only talk to your lawyers sometimes. Like, you don't know nothing. All you know is, like, you are now lower than a human being. You are locked up in a prison. And then niggas used to driving around in Maybachs and mansions with drugs, Can you imagine withdrawing in fucking
It's
prison?
like a whole 180 that quick.
Yeah, dog. It's
Living
wild.
that high life constantly and then going to a little cage.
Yeah.
Literally, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Nah, super crazy.
I got a question for you, Taker. So I know you said like y'all got a record deal for 5 million, five
Yeah.
albums, each album 1 million. So like once you plan an album, do you get it before the album comes out, or like are you getting paid after the album comes out? Like how does the process of getting paid work from?
Oh my God, such a great question. I'm so glad. And I hope there's a lot of artists watching this because y'all about to
Yeah,
get
I
some
hope
major
so.
games. So check this out, right? So when we flew to New York, right? Literally, bro, $5 in my pocket. I had a month left on my rent, and I literally
That's
quit my
crazy.
job, bro. We said fuck it. We got on a plane and we go and we meet this person who we've never met before in our life. We had about 3 phone calls with this guy. His name was Hennessy, right? And so when we meet him, we have no idea like what's going on. He introduces us to a guy named Vine, and Vine was supposed to be our manager, and he was
Yeah.
supposed to be tapped in with like all the labels. So we're thinking this is gonna be easy. We came to New York with a ready project ready to go. Now what happened? We go to a studio, bro. So to answer your question, basically, like our process was way different because when we got to New York, we were recording every single day, all day long. We would wake up at like maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon, bro, and we'd be recording until like 3 a.m. Every single night. We do what's
Yeah.
called lockout sessions, where
Yeah.
they just put you in the studio. There's like 2 producers in there. You have runners, so people who will go get you whatever you need. So you don't leave this studio all day long, right? And you're just constantly one beat after another, hundreds and hundreds of songs being made. And then what they ended up doing was, so we go to the studio one day. So this is probably our second or third day in New York, right?
Yeah.
And we're recording, and all of a sudden, bro, we just see about 7 or 8 of the most gangster niggas you ever seen in your life coming into the studio. Just like I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
You feel me? And like, so I'm like, yo, we about to get like robbed and
Robbed
shit.
or
Like, are
something,
we
yeah.
about? Is this over for us right now? Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head, but my face, you know, like, cause I'm in a new area, you got to stay guarded. So
Yeah,
I'm just
calm and
like,
collected,
I'm
yeah.
just like, you know, all right, what's going on? Introduce myself and shit. It turns out that the same people who were in that room were the ones who signed 6ix9ine.
Oh,
So like the
shit.
same like group of individuals. It was
Yeah.
different people, but in that same group with like Jim Jones,
Yup,
you had
yup.
Harv. So they were called Team 80. And honestly, I got nothing bad to say about them, bro. They were super dope. But
I
like,
heard about Team 80.
yeah. But that was our management label. And like Lola Brooks, she was with us.
Yeah.
And like now she's super popping and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Which shout out to Lola, man. I see the work, I see the grind. I'm so proud of you for doing that. And like Rifa Music, that was our boy. Like Rifa was like in charge of like our day-to-day well-being.
Yeah.
He was also our producer. And like it was just a crazy, mad, dope experience. But like so to answer your question, we were recording every single day for about a year and a half without being told if we're getting a record deal or not, meeting with every single record deal, really like record label like Republic, Island, goddamn, what's Lucian Grange, Universal with Lucian Grange and Elliot Grange, which is where
Okay,
6ix9ine
yeah.
and Trippie are signed. And just like it's just the not knowing and trusting the process that I think was the hardest part about it, right? Because like I got family back in Utah. I don't got enough money to fly back here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like it was almost like do or die. Like we're in New York until we win or until we die.
And you took that risk.
Yeah, which was it was crazy as fuck. I'm telling you, one day we need to make a movie on this shit. Cause like if I really go into detail on the shit that I've seen, bro, oh my God, bro, it's like life changing. I don't regret it for a second, but that's pretty much how it works. So once you get actually signed to a label, so we were signed to a production company, and that's how like the money was flowing. Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
like for that entire year and a half, the production company is paying for our hotels. We lived in hotels. Can you imagine being in a hotel for fucking a year and a half?
Yeah,
crazy,
fuck that.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Every day moving. Like I got so good at packing my suitcase, y'all. Y'all had no
I bet.
idea. Like
I
flush,
bet. A year and a half,
perfect. Yeah.
bouncing from hotel to hotel.
Yep.
I could imagine.
I know all the best food at every single restaurant. I know where to go, you know what I'm saying? Like it was wild, but pretty much what happens is you get signed and there's like this back end website that kind of tracks all your payments and like shows you how much you're getting paid and when, and then it just deposits right into your bank account. So like your portion, because whatever's left over from what you've spent filming and recording, like that's your money.
I see.
See what I'm saying? And that's like per year. So once we turn in the first album, they would release the advance for the second album. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
So
the first advance is already in their pockets to take care of the first album.
pretty much like so so let me try to break it down. So our budget per album was $1 million, right? So that covers food, transportation, bills. We're flying around to Atlanta, to LA, to freaking all over the place, right? You feel me? So like it's not cheap.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of us going because like I said, like we're signed to people who got like real beef in these streets. Like not a joke. Doesn't matter where we are in America. Like everybody in that world has money, and like you never know who you gonna run into.
Exactly.
And like you gotta be prepared for any situation.
100%. You got
So
to.
shit's expensive.
So when that was happening for you guys, because you said the leftover is what goes in your pocket.
Yeah.
Did you guys focus on trying to like find the cheapest options, like towards your budget?
Hell
Or
the
did you
fuck
just want
no,
the best
nigga.
you can get,
Oh,
basically?
bro, dog. Listen, if I with the brain that I got now and the maturity level I have now, I would have gone about it so much different. Like I showed you guys the next house I'm moving into on Zillow,
Yeah.
right? I would be making moves like that.
Yeah,
Feel me? Nah, we blowing it. We blowing the bag, bro. We blowing every place we go. Not giving a fuck. Like, oh, what is that? A tomahawk steak? What is that? $200? Yeah, give me that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's meal is paid for by us. We didn't know it at the time, but that's how it was working. Like we were paying for everybody's shit, and that money goes quick. So, and when you're hanging out with other celebrities and stars, and they're moving like this, you just think it's normal.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
it's like keeping up with the Joneses type shit. You feel me?
Yep.
So yeah. So all right. So I want to kind of pivot here a little bit. So we kind of got a little bit of historic news today, gentlemen. And so you were originally from where?
Palestine.
Okay, and you?
Iraq.
Okay, so obviously we know that some of the biggest conflicts are happening in these areas, and I wanted to get a little bit of feedback from you guys. Like, how do you feel about the news that there might be a peace agreement that's happening as of like today or a couple hours ago when this podcast is being filmed?
You know, I'm happy about it. I'm happy for my people to at least get a breath of fresh air, at least of not we're being worried about being bombed every hour, every 2 hours, or getting worried about when the food is going to come in, or if the food shipment was taken over by Israeli settlers and is not going to come in until the week after. So it's just different. It's just a different feeling right now, just because obviously Palestine is only Palestine. Israel is not real. I'll say that right now.
Damn.
I'll say that right now. Israel is if you ask an Israeli, where's your family's from, where's your grandma from, they're gonna say European. They're gonna say a European country. They're not gonna say Israel. When you ask me, where's your grandparents from, where's your grandparents from Palestine. Okay. We have proof. We have documents. And then, by the way, we lived in peace back in 1947, 1946. We lived in peace with Israel. Mm-hmm. Israel, Jewish people, Muslims, and Christians. We all lived in peace.
Yeah, because that's like the Mecca where all three religions.
That's a holy land.
Yeah, the holy land. Yeah.
No matter, all religions were okay there. And then after, I don't want to get into it because I'm not that educated about it. But I just know that after 1947, Israel started taking over.
Yeah.
Palestine, and then it's been going on for decades, and then.
Recently. So I guess like my main question is like, so with you being like an American Palestinian, is that how you would consider yourself?
Yeah,
with both
I was born here, so yeah.
Born here, okay. How does it kind of feel to like watch America supporting one side? It feels like a little bit more than maybe the other side. Is that something you have conflict with, or are you just like not really focused on that?
I'm not really focused on that, to be honest, just because I live in this country, obviously, and I moved here for better opportunities and better things for myself. My family moved us out here for a better future for us. So obviously, I don't agree with our government, but I do love the United States. I consider Utah as home because this is where I grew up. You know what I'm saying? So Utah is home to me. United States is home as well, but I don't believe in our government. I don't like how where our taxes are going.
That's a crazy thing. I pay a lot of money in fucking taxes. I'm getting sick of that shit. Getting sick of that shit.
Where's our money going? Military to Israel. Why? Why are we sending money to Israel? For what?
America spends way too much money on military.
Well, I don't necessarily disagree with that. I like having the biggest guns at the party, but I'm just saying when
funding a different country. Don't fund a country that's having a bro. Palestine is in a genocide. We're going through a genocide right now, and Israel is committing it. And who's aiding it? The United States.
Not that long ago, I want to say maybe like 2 weeks ago, the United Nations had a meeting to cease fire for Palestine and Israel. and they had by like a vote by raise of hands. And I don't know if y'all seen that video, but the only single country that raised their hand to like disagree was America. There was like I don't know how many countries in there, but there was like over 20 countries sitting.
Yeah.
And the only person that raised their hand to go against the ceasefire was America.
Dang.
Everybody else had their hands down.
That's cold-blooded. Well, you know, I understand it can be kind of like a sensitive topic, and I really appreciate you like sharing your feedback with it.
Bro,
And so,
listen, I'm Palestinian. I bleed Palestine, bro. I'll talk about Palestine every day, bro.
for sure, for sure. So now, where are you from?
I'm from Iraq or Iraq, however you want to pronounce it.
I like the first track. Say that again for the people. How'd you say it?
Iraq.
Okay, nice. So now you've lived here mainly your whole life, right, or no?
I lived here. I'm 25 right now. I've been here since I was 10 years old.
Okay, so,
pretty much, yeah.
you consider like America and or Utah like this is your home.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. So, you kind of lived through the same, like, we're all around the same age and stuff. So how did it feel for you to, like, watch America, like, have war with, Iraq and Saddam Hussein and all of that stuff? Like, what was that like for you to go through that?
I love that question, man. So, when I was in Iraq, I only lived there from, like, 1 to 5, so I don't even remember much. But after learning some history, what happened was crazy. Millions of Iraqis died.
Yeah.
For basically no good reason, to be honest. The stories that were coming out were all bullshit, pretty much. They just wanted to say whatever they could say, so they can invade. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say, because like Saddam Hussein, Saddam.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mixed opinions on Saddam. When Saddam was in office in Iraq was probably in its best form it ever was. But I don't think he was also the greatest president because he did have some really like.
He ruled with an iron fist, you know, like, but yeah, that's absolutely wild. So, what would it be like for an American like me to go to Iraq today? What would that be like for me?
Bro, you'd be so welcomed. You don't even know, bro. You'd
Really?
be so welcomed. Like you might think that Iraqis hate Americans, because of what happened of the war.
Yeah.
But I promise you, bro, you'd be so welcomed, bro. Like the Iraqis at this point in life, they've been through so much, bro. All they care about is just getting to a better state. Like the last 2 years. Because my whole entire family still lives in Iraq, It's been nothing but improvement. They're getting their construction done. They're trying to get the country back together. Like, compared to what it was since COVID started, it elevated so much, bro. And
that's
a lot of people are visiting, like, from everywhere. I'll be seeing on TikTok, IG people visiting. They get love, bro. And my cousins be calling me, like, bro, we seeing, white people, Mexican people, all these people. And they're so happy to see them, bro, because, like, they're so used to being into like a war zone, bro. Now that they're finally like getting back on their feet, getting the country back together, they're so happy to have tourists, bro. Every time tourists go, it's so welcoming. Obviously, there's still some areas you probably don't want to go to. But when we get to like the capital, the main cities.
Which is Baghdad, right?
Baghdad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. Listen, we about to drop some fire emojis in the chat if you want to see us go to Iraq. All right. I swear on everything I love, I will go to Iraq tomorrow. But I need a lot of fire emojis in the comments. Okay. And I'm bringing them with me. You already know, man. Let's go.
IRL stream in Iraq.
Let's do it. And listen, I just want to say this for the people who are watching, bro. I have never met like a more welcoming culture. Every Middle Eastern person I've ever met, it's been nothing but just like kindness and just very, very welcoming. So can you guys talk a little bit more about your culture and like what it was like to grow up in your households?
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm grateful to have a loving family. I grew up with a loving mom, a loving dad. I asked for food, they feed me. They gave me a bed to sleep on. I got to watch TV whenever I wanted. I wanted to go hang out with friends. They'll give me $10, $15 just to go out and I love my family. I'm a family man, and I'm very family oriented, and then that's how my family raised me. And I think that's how my culture is. It's very we consider like as soon as we consider somebody family, we'll treat them like family. Like we'll take care of you, we'll feed you, we'll house you. You need somewhere to stay? Come, we'll take care of you. Come sleep in my house. Like there's I don't believe that there's no other better hospitality other than the Arab hospitality. You come to any Arab, any ethnicity, or any country in the Middle East and the Arab world, Iraq, Lebanon, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, Dubai. You go to all these places, they'll open arms. They'll welcome you in, and they'll take care of you.
Okay.
It's just it's a very welcoming culture.
I can attest to
Good
that.
food too. Oh my
There
god.
is some very good food. So, what about for you? What was it kind of like growing up in your household? How was like the family dynamic?
Man, it's for me, growing up, bro, I had a loving family. First of all, I want to say I love my family. They're so loving, supportive of everything I do. I feel like a lot of people think that Arabs or Muslims are like super strict. And I don't agree with that, because there is obviously some stuff, that they're strict on, but I feel like everything that they are strict on, it's for you to become a better human so that when you grow up and become an adult, you can make better choices.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like when it gets to, like, at 25, man, last year I was arguing with my dad about moving out. I'm a 24-year-old man. I'm like, hey, Pops, I'm going to be moving out and whatnot, And he's like, no, you're staying in the house till we get married. I'm like, Pops, no. I'm 24. I got to move out. Like, I appreciate you showing love and support, but like.
You want some more like
go,
independence,
you
yeah?
Me? Yeah,
okay.
Get some independency, but it's all love, man. Like till this day, I always get a call, from the parents. Hey, what you doing? Come over. Like, it's all about staying connected. They love staying connected as a family. Like, even moving out of state, like they follow you. To be honest, they always just want to stay connected, and that's all that matters to them. And when it gets to, like strict stuff, I feel like it's for the better, because I feel like me growing up now that I'm an adult, being 25 years old, the decisions I make were heavily influenced by the way I was raised. Because, I feel like, my parents did a really good job to teach me what's right and what's wrong,
Yeah.
I feel like that's what they focus on, to teach you, like, what's clearly wrong and what's clearly right,
No, I absolutely love that. And honestly, I wish that other cultures could adopt that sort of mentality. Because, like, for me, when I was 18, it was like, all right, dog, it's been real, keep it real, you know what I'm saying, playboy, but you on your own.
And that's what I learned the American culture is like when I
Yes.
first moved out here.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, where's, like, damn, what do you mean 18 and then bye, go?
Yeah, no, like it's not a joke.
It's
like
actually
that's
crazy.
most people's experience out here.
Yeah, it's insane. And it was shocking to me. I'm like, damn, like, alhamdulillah, like, thank God, like, I got my family not saying, yo, you're 18, get the fuck out the house. Like, I'm so grateful. Like, it's because I can't even fathom, to be honest, just because of how I was raised, like, that's not what I've taught. Like, I would never do that to my kids. When I have my kids staying with me as long as they want.
Yeah.
Their house is, my house is their house. I'm in their house, if anything.
I feel like as an 18-year-old too, like especially in today's economy, moving out is not possible. Unless you have like 2 roommates.
Yeah.
It's not possible, bro.
That's a fact. But like from my experience, like it really taught me like, cause I'm not gonna lie, like I had a very like luxurious lifestyle before this. Like I never wanted for anything, and it was like me and my mom, and like she was just she has the same sort of personality that I have. Like she's very ambitious and very like money motivated, and so like she just barely bought her second commercial building out here, and she owns like mad businesses. And so that's why I pushed myself in my early 20s to like be one of the greatest members of my family, because like I said, like I come from a crazy background. Like all my cousins, which was like 60 of us, like they're all very successful, and I'm actually the only African American male in my family line from the dawn of history, because my side tracks it, right? So I can see my entire lineage, like, and it's wild. That's and so crazy, there's a lot of like weight on my shoulders.
One of them ones, Tay. You one of them ones.
Hey, gotta be, man. So I wanted to pivot a little bit more, okay? So let's talk more about dating out here, okay?
Oh my gosh.
So what has it been like dating in Utah for you? And don't be afraid, spill the tea, bro. We want to know.
AB, be honest, AB. AB, be honest,
bro,
AB.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I haven't been in a relationship since like 7 years, bro.
Sheesh.
7 whole entire years, bro. I've been single. I've had talks there and there, but official relationship, bro, it's been like 7 years.
7 years? What's like your type, though? Like, what type of girl do you feel like you go for out here?
Ooh, bro, I love that question, bro. For me, like, my number one is always going to be like...
He's all happy. He's blushing. Look how geeked he's getting.
Bro, like, he's always going to be Arabs, bro. You feel me? Like, I love my Arabs, you feel me?
Okay.
But what do you think the second closest thing to Arabs is?
I'm gonna say Latinas. Is that what it is? Latina. Okay, I can't go wrong. You can never go wrong with a Latina. I'm telling you, they got a little bit of anger issues.
You can go wrong with
but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. But
geez, being in the USA, there isn't many Arabs here. I mean, in some states there are, bro. Yeah. Like, in Utah, there isn't many, bro. So like, my number one is always going to be Latinos, bro. I love my Latinos, bro. I feel like they're the closest thing to
Look
everyone.
how excited he's talking about.
I know he's blushing and everything.
Yeah, he's hyped. I'm
But
loving
here's
it.
the thing, bro. There's like some Latinos are toxic, bro.
Dog,
They can get real
If you guys knew my
toxic, bro.
background, what you just said would be so funny right now. Listen, I've really only mainly dated Latinas. And like my last girl, she was a Vogue model, right? We were together on and off for years. And we actually broke up last December for like the final time. But when you say that, I don't want to throw no shade, but like I completely understand what you are saying, bro.
Yep.
Like 1,000%.
They're toxic. I just got done talking to her. I thought she was my wife, but my dumb ass.
Tell us about it, so.
I'll tell you
Same
what.
question for you,
I'll
same
tell you.
question.
I'll tell you my problem. My problem is like I see the good in people. I don't. AB knows, bro. I don't want to sound like cocky or anything, but I talk to a lot of females. The females talk to me, but to actually find one of those females, be like, okay, that's the golden ticket right there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm delusional like that. I'll think that bitch is a golden ticket.
Yeah.
And that bitch is nowhere near a golden ticket. She's the other side of a golden ticket, the biggest bop at the city. Like,
Sheesh.
and it's not even there. It's like, bro, that's why I'm gonna match the energy, bop energy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a bop too. I'm gonna be a bop with them because if you go out there trying to find love, you're going to be out walking away looking like a fool, brother.
Yeah.
Because there's no love out here. There's no such thing as love in Utah. Not even Utah, in this generation that we're living in. This generation is cooked.
Yo, I just did a video about that
You
the other
did,
day,
exactly.
man.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
And I was like, preach, brother. Literally preach because it's horrible. It's
Bro, I
horrible.
went to the comment section looking for advice, bro. Everybody's single.
Everybody. But as we get some more traction on those videos, I'm sure people will start filling it up with some good advice.
sure,
and like
100%.
I try to surround myself with like people that I want to be like, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
very happy to say that like I'm the brokest one in my circle. And like I got money. But like what I'm saying though is like if you make like 20 bands a month, you don't want to hang out with other people who make 15, 10 or 5.
Yeah,
You want to hang out with people who make 100 bands a
100
month,
bands,
150 type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
because you learn a lot. And like the one thing I've learned from the networks and circles that I run in is like family is everything. And that's why in
100%.
my family, when I have one, it's going to look a lot like what you guys were describing. Like I'm not going to kick my kids out at 18 because I understand what that means. Like you're going to make a lot of dumbass decisions. Like
Hell yeah.
you're going to do stuff that you've never done before and you're just ignorant to it. You
Yeah,
don't
for
know
sure.
what that's like. So you might try it. And I want to try to not shelter my kids, but just protect them from, you know, all the bad stuff and show them like, listen, you see what your dad did with his life. If you want to do something similar, this is how you do. I'm going to teach them about taxes, number one. That's the shit that be fucking y'all up the most. Y'all don't take advantage of write-offs. Listen, you can write off a lot of stuff in this world, and I'm telling you to take advantage of
yo.
that.
What the fuck y'all doing?
But yeah, so both of you guys single right now, right?
Yes, and I'm not
Single.
looking to mingle. I'm staying single.
Not looking.
Hey, if you see me outside, talk to me, all right?
Well, I mean, okay, so I don't know if y'all remember this, but the last time we was all kicking it, we was in the, we had a table at Heat.
We did.
You know what I'm saying?
We
I'm with
did.
the girl. I see you was definitely talking to a girl. Do you know what I'm talking about? Tell us a little what ended up happening with that.
Which
So hold
girl?
up real
Wait
quick,
a
hold up
second.
real
Which
quick.
girl is that one?
Oh, he said
fuck.
which girl was that one?
That same girl you're talking about. So he's been single for like a good 2 years, yeah.
Okay.
And he's really picky, bro. Like he doesn't just fall in love. You feel me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
He
Thank you.
called
for
me.
saying
He called me like,
that. I don't. I swear to God, I don't just fall in
5
love.
weeks ago. I want to say he called me. Bro, I found my wife.
I swear to God. I swear.
So normally, like, I'd be like, "Oh, you tripping, boy?" Like I said, he's so picky, bro. So like when he said that, I'm like, "Oh, you know,
Yeah.
there might be something going on, bro." He's like, "We've been talking for a week. You know, I get up a week. What you talking about? You find your wife after a week, bro? You feel me?" But yeah,
Well, yeah,
I'll let you go from there.
Just
You finish from there.
it was going very well. You know, it's a lot of people like to say when I love somebody, they like to claim it. Oh, you're love bombing me. Man, I'm a grown ass man. I love what the fuck I love.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna beat around the fucking bush. I'm not gonna take my time to show you how much I fucking love you, you stupid bitch. Okay? I'm literally gonna do me. I'm gonna continue doing me. And if I love a girl, I'm gonna show her how much I love her.
Yeah.
If she calls it love bombing, fuck on my face. Another bitch will appreciate it.
Fact. I feel like that's like a toxic trait. Like the whole love bombing. What's the other one that they like to use?
Insecure.
Gaslighting.
You're insecure. Fuck you and your insecure words. You're insecure. Fucking stupid bitch. Fuck.
Oh my God! I can tell we hit a little bit of a nerve.
No,
so is there anything
God.
like come on? I'm a therapist, bro. I'm a therapist, dog. Let's, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like a big problem now in dating. It feels like a nonchalant competition. It's like who's more nonchalant, you know? It's like,
I'm so glad you said that, bro. Cause
and
like
I hate that, bro.
dog.
And I hate that. It's like they'll leave you on delivered for a few hours to try to be like nonchalant, bro. But
Yeah.
it's like,
And motherfuckers are attached to their phones 24/7. So when the motherfucker doesn't, bro, he's my. Yo Allah, I text this man. I literally text this man. He texts me back in 10 seconds.
That's a fact. That's like me and Christian.
I
It's
literally,
like yeah.
I text the girl that I want to marry. She leaves me on scene for 7 hours. And I'm the goofy that's going back to her. Are you okay? Is everything okay? I'm that dumbass. That's no.
No, but that means you got like a genuine heart. Like
I
as
do.
a man, like we're supposed to like have chivalry and like we're supposed to tell a woman like,
Exactly.
hey, if you are too like whatever to do that, like I'm gonna take that role. I'm gonna be a leader in the relationship.
Thank you.
And I feel
Thank
like a
you.
lot of women don't really appreciate that because let's be honest, their DMs are filled up with the next guy, right?
Exactly.
And it's like,
100%.
you know,
And I honestly, to be honest, I am not competing with no other guy in Salt
say
Lake
it louder
or
for the
in
people
world.
in the back.
There's
Listen,
no-
we're not competing with you or
There's no
any
competition.
of your guys. That's it.
There's
What's
no
up?
competition, and
Yeah.
even you, Habibti. I'm not even worried about you. I'm talking about now in general. There's no competition in Salt Lake. What's wrong with helping each other go up? What's up? What's up with everybody just having a regular conversation, actually having genuine connections? Where's that at? Where's that at? Everybody's looking for clout. That's clout. This, clout that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool, but be genuine about it at least. Don't come to like, there's no genuine anymore, brother. Nobody's genuine.
That's what
It's
I
fucking-
feel that as well. But that's why like me and like the people you see me roll around with, like we make it a point. Like
Exactly.
if we
Yeah,
at the
y'all do.
club, like if we doing something, if I got a table, like y'all are at my table. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm
Yeah.
buying all the bottles. Same and shout out to Tamim by the way too, bro. That's
love
my
Tamim.
boy, bro. Like he
Shout out to
always
Tamim.
has
Shout
that
out to Tamim.
genuineness about him ever since I met him. And like we actually spent the 4th of July. We just linked up at this mega mansion
We're
party,
linking
bro.
up after this, actually.
Yeah,
so
that's
shit,
a fact.
shit.
That's a fact. But we're at this mega mansion and like I don't know what it was. Like me and him just like instantly like kind of like became boys without really like we seen each other around, but we never really kicked it like that. And after the 4th of July, bro, which was fucking epic. I just gotta say that. Like we just been locked in ever since.
That's
and so
fine.
big shout out to him by the way too. That's the boy. But
Yeah, shout out to me.
but
man.
yeah.
That's how we kind of met each other. We were with Tamim and
yeah.
we saw Tay, and from there we're locked in. So
Yeah, which is crazy. So, all right. So, for the people who don't know, where can these people find your music?
So I go by Big Yez, BIGYEZ. So I'm on all platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora. To
Oh,
my
this
air-
nigga said Pandora.
Yeah,
oh,
to
shit.
my-
ancient times.
I swear, everywhere. To my Arab audience, Anghami, you can find me there on that platform too. I took a break on my music. I've been doing content with AB.
Which has been blowing up, by the way, bro. These
Yeah.
guys, listen, I got to give them their shout out. We always give our flowers and our love on this pod. Both of these two, some of the hardest working kids I've ever seen. Like, listen, I think I work hard, but every time I open my phone, y'all is on my For You page. And I'm like, that's why I put out the today. Like, I'm looking for a full-time editor because, like, bro, like, man, I be, you know, me and my team, like, we just be doing it all of ourselves, bro. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, you have to have more people. So the bigger that we
100%.
get, next time we do a pod like this, we're gonna be in a massive studio. I'm probably gonna see some
Inshallah.
niggas behind us with
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
doing that
Keyboards,
shit. But
yup.
yeah. But anyway, these guys major views on all platforms. Their videos are hilarious, and please check them out. You want to go ahead and drop your guys' like Instagrams and stuff for them to follow?
IG is big_Yez, BIG_YEZ, and then we got our TikTok 2 Power Moves. Just search that up and you'll be able to find us for sure. And then AB.
I go on IG by 2pm.ib, nice and simple, 5 letters, 2pm.ib.
AB, not I.
2pm.ib, 2pm.ib. I don't know where the I came from.
Yeah, that was crazy. 2 p.m. AB, 2 p.m. AB, 2 p.m.AB
He
in the
knows my
same.
tag better than me.
Yeah,
In
but
the
that's
same-
because that's your boy. Y'all's
Yeah.
locked in. Every time I see one of y'all, I know the other one is literally right there around the corner. So.
I know exactly. We always together for sure. And
2 power moves, we move together.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, so before we end this, how did y'all come up with that name?
Thank you for asking. So, basically, there's 1 and 2, right? This man, he's good with coming up with ideas. He's good with tech savvy. That's one power move. The second power moves, comes with creative ideas. Obviously got the pretty eyes. So with that,
He just wanted to throw that in there.
I did want to throw that in there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's that combo. With that combo, we're like 2 p.m. Well, it's just 2 p.m. It's 2 power moves. Us together, we make a good duo. It's like Power Rangers basically. We literally come in, we become one unit. We move together, and like you said, if I'm outside, he's with me.
Yeah.
Wherever you see me, I'm there. Wherever you see him, I'm there. So it's like wherever we go, we're together, and we're just trying to show people like this is the 2 power moves. Like this is something that's never been heard of, and we're not trying to make it like only a content thing. We're trying to make it like an organization. We had actually this talk. This is a sneak peek, actually. 2 p.m. presents events will be coming out soon. 2 Power Moves will be presenting events.
Did we just get breaking news on the
breaking
pod?
news.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
2 Power Moves will be presenting events soon. We'll be probably at clubs. We're not gonna talk no more. But we got something in the works though. We can make something popping for sure.
Well, I love that, man.
I love the name 2 Power Moves because, like, back in the day, we used to have a lot of people we roll with, man. And I mean a lot, bro.
A lot.
And, you know, when it gets to vision, bro, like, nobody sees the vision the way, like, my vision the way he sees it, you know? Like, a lot of people never seen our vision, don't believe in us, bro. And we had to cut off so many people, bro. Like, it's crazy how many people we had to cut off because nobody sees or believes our vision, bro. You know, they think it's just stupid.
And it's not. I don't
corny.
think cutting off is the right word. I think it's just drifting away from them.
I like that.
Because there's some people obviously we cut off for good reasons, but the people the people that we don't talk to right now that we still have love for them, it's just we're just on a different trajectory. We're focused on content. We're focused on social media. The people that we love, they're not focused on that. They're focused on real life, like you know what I'm saying. They're doing businesses and shit, real estate, and then. So much love for them. Shout out my Habibis. Y'all know who you all are.
Habibis,
I love y'all.
Habibis. Let's
I
go.
love all of y'all.
I'm trying to learn a little bit, by
It's
the way.
just
you
like
know?
what he was saying, but cut off. We had to cut off a few for sure.
Yeah.
Some snakes, some fake motherfuckers that be talking behind our backs that we called them brothers for sure.
Ah,
We had to cut those people off, but we just keep pushing and look at us now, brother. We're gonna keep going up.
Better than ever, man.
Yeah, look at us. Look, we're
Exactly.
take crew. We got call ATM.
well, you know,
Shout out Call ATM, by the way.
I
man.
appreciate that. And yo, I just want to tell both of you guys, I wish you guys nothing but absolute success. And I look forward to watching your guys' journey as you guys progress. You know,
Appreciate
it's been
that,
my
brother.
pleasure to have you guys here. Is there anything you want to end it with before we hit the clubs?
I just want to say shout out to Tay. Shout out to the cameraman behind the crew. Hey,
Shout out Christian.
Shout out
Let's go,
Christian.
Legend
Shout
of
out
Trust.
Christian.
Let's go.
And we just appreciate this opportunity. We've never been on a podcast. This is our first podcast. So if this does flop, I'll blame it on us, okay?
Listen, don't worry. We have put strategies in place, bro. I'm
Okay,
telling you,
okay.
like, and then, by the way, this is our first actual main podcast, and so I just think that it's a very kind of historic moment with, you know, the peace between hopefully the Middle East and Palestine, and then having both of you here educating people who literally have no idea
Yeah,
about
for
that.
sure,
Like, I
for
think you
sure.
might have opened up a lot of people's eyes, and they will learn something from this experience that, listen, most people, all of us, we have way more in common than we have different. And when we don't communicate with each other, that's how conflict happens. That's how violence happens. So just know that, right?
And just-
speak to everybody and
yeah.
show love.
Communicate, and if you don't know something, ask questions. Don't be obnoxious and not wanting to know something that you're obviously being wrong about. And a lot of people are saying that you're wrong. Just listen, take it in, and be like, oh, maybe that motherfucker is right.
Facts. I mean, hey, that's truth. We don't like ignorance here. You know, we always ask questions
Just
to
be
learn more.
open-minded. Be very open-minded.
Yeah.
Like coming from me, Middle Eastern, coming from the Middle East to the United States, it's a whole 180 for me. So I had to be open-minded, y'all. Y'all just open your mind a little bit. Be open to new things.
I want to say, don't believe everything you see on the internet. There's a lot of truth on the internet out for sure, but there's also so much propaganda. It's not even funny, man.
Yeah.
Like some people just see stuff, that's it. They instantly believe it and they go share it and everything. Always do your own research. You know, you never know what's right or wrong, especially when it's on social media.
But shit, still have fun though, alright?
Hey,
Just to have fun though. Just to have fun.
You already know what time it is. So listen, thank you guys for watching this. This has been the Call ATM podcast, episode number 1. And hold up, I think we hit it with